Good day everyone, and welcome to another tip video for the VSE in Blender. Now this one will be a little bit different than the frame rate conversion one. This one will be about transitions, as you already know, because that's why you clicked on the video. So let's get into it. So right now we're in the VSE. I'm going to be adding my mask, my background, and an image just to work with. But remember, you can use videos for these things. It's not that you have to use images. Okay, this is the mask. I want to show you what it looks like. It's just a bunch of white Suzanne monkey heads flying in. Simple as that. It has to be a black and white thing, otherwise it doesn't mask correctly. If you want to, you can always use a video and just go here under the linear modifiers, which we use to add the modifiers, which we use to add the effect, and just change the U correct or curves. You see, there's a U correct one to change how certain colors are perceived. So, for example, let's say you wanted to make all the greens transparent. You would turn off pretty much everything else, and you would make it. You can use value to do that. Turn off everything except green, and then you will have your green to work with. But anyway, that's something else for another video. Anyway. So we need to add our background and our little overlay as well. Okay, so here we have our mask. It's hidden at the moment because it's going to be used as a mask, because it is a mask. And this is going to be our image that we're going to be laying over our background. And of course, this is our background. So I'm just going to be popping it back into place. Remember, you're working like if you're using transparencies over each other. So you have to remember that this is at the bottom and these are at the top. It's like a side view. So I just want to create a bigger space to work with. Okay, we're not going to be needing all of the 250 frames because this mask is relatively quick. So I'm just going to be inching it. You know what, let's start there and just move it this way. And of course we can drastically reduce the 250 to be about there. Okay, that's not so drastic. Looked worse at the bottom. Okay, so this is our mask. So now I'm going to be showing you how to mask it. So all you need to do is you need to add your scale modifier, because transform modifier, because obviously this is not quite good. It's just a strip. So let's get him corrected using X to scale him. Let's make it nice and like that. I think we can actually squeeze him just a little bit more. Tall character. Okay, we have to add our alpha back. Now remember, you have to align this to start at the exact same time, otherwise the transition will not be effective. It does not move it arbitrarily for you. It enables you to have a little bit more flexibility. That's why it's not done that way. So if you add that little strip over there using the mask modifier, not mask, you leave it on strip, but it's the mask modifier. And then you select the one that's labeled mask, because that's what I call this one. So now if you refresh it and you drag it through, you can see it materializes in the form of monkeys. Super awesome. And if you want to, you can also add a speed control and all that kind of other stuff to make it a lot faster, which I can show you quickly how to do. So all you need to do is you add a speed control, shrink it way down. Remember, that's not going to change the way that it influences. Let's just hide that for a second. It's not going to change the way that the original influences it. You can still see that it pertains to the full length. So what you need to do is, after you have added the speed modifier to it, you need to make it a new strip using Ctrl-G, moving it down and select that meta strip. You can change its name here at the top, calling it, hold on, new mask. And of course, it has to be taken out. So now if you look at that, it's a lot faster. See? So there's a lot of control that Blender gives us in regards to these sorts of masking techniques. It's super awesome. And as you can see, I didn't even touch my background video. And we have a nice overlay that's cooperating. So now I'm going to be showing you how to do the other one that I talked to you about. Now this one has a little bit of a snag because it's not a group strip. And I'm going to be showing you why I say that. So I'm going to add a color strip This is just to give us that cushion for the transition, but we have to offset it. Otherwise, we're going to get a black background or white or whatever color you choose. I mean, you can make this like a blue if you like blue. You do need to offset it at your full resolution, so it leaves you with a nice clean alpha screen. So in this case, I offset it by what HD would be on the horizontal plane plus a little bit extra. So now you select that one and you select the transform, Shift A, and you add, let's say, a wipe. Okay. Now if you select your wipe and you add alpha over and you refresh it, you see what happens? It doesn't give us the value that we're looking for. Now let's say, okay, that's simple. All you need to do is just need to make this thing transparent. Okay, it's gone. You refresh it, nothing happens. Just need to say alpha over here too, sorry. Okay, so let's turn this thing back on. See what happens? You can't work with the wipe with something that does not cooperate. You see what I mean? So in this case, we absolutely need to use a group strip or a meta strip. It's actually a meta strip. So let's use that. It's the correct term. So what you need to do is you just delete that one. You keep the color there and you just group that so that we have a new one. Label it alpha over with the blend over there. It's not labeling it, but you get the point. And now you can add that wipe effect, making it alpha over. And now it'll work. Just refresh. There you go, see? Now it responds correctly. And you can even add your blur edge over there, or you can add your iris so that you kind of Looney Tunes in, or you can get the clock. I kind of like the clock. Clock is cool. And you can do the double, which is also cool. So it's as simple as that. You can do this with whatever text or stuff you overlay over your background videos. You don't have to go in here and set a keyframe and then go into your graph editor and make sure everything works correctly. You don't need to do that. Why do that? Keep it simple. So then you just take this color again, same situation. Select, let's use the, what's that one? It's a very cool transition. It's a gamma cross. There we go. See what happens? At the moment, it vanishes completely because, again, we need to say that it is transparent. So, boom, there we go. And now if you wanted to move this, if you wanted to change the length, you know, it's as simple as moving a slider. Then you don't have to go into the dope sheet editor and move all the keyframes. Work smart, not hard. Actually, I need to do both. Work smart and hard. Anyway, so that's it for this quick tip. I hope you guys are able to use these in your projects. Scott showed me this when I was making the vlog for this week, and I was looking for a way to do this, and I just, you know, I didn't want to cut up the video and try to squeeze things in there. I wanted some nice effects. So he gave me that, and I get to give it to you guys. So have a great one, and God bless you.